I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal, I never lose. I'm bulletproof.
It's
to help ease my brain. There's no time to bait. Climb out the sheets, find the jeans from a previous day. Grab the keys from off the counter, commute into the city, gonna take another hour. Man, I hate trading time for a way. At least I got a home and a job that pays. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. You're saying it'll all be fine. Why you sit around and waste your time? Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
Sun certainly has done you good. You look like a child. Well, thank you very much, Arthur. I've been very lucky down here. Feeling better than I did up north.
Collars itching, face is switching. Another cup of joe and I'm fine. Come 5, I can burn a fresh dime. Lifting up the burdens, putting weight on my mind. Bet if I didn't chase that and embrace distractions, master my lack of faith and break through. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. You're saying it'll all be fine. Why you sit around and waste your time? Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive. I'm holding out as I fight. I feel my colors wash away. I'm finding my ground in the light of the hours I can claim. 'Cause in time I restore my complexion and find that I left my distractions behind. In the meantime, I'll blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. You're saying it'll all be fine. Why you sit around and waste your time? Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Ooh, ooh. Feel like something new. Yeah. Got my senses here on overload. All my body feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that you got me wanting. Never thought that never thought that never thought that that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. Feel like
that's so overrated. Yeah, if you make one, you will fall. Too much of a temptation. Yeah, there's a comfort in the crawl. Now I've been on my feet too long. I know I'm strong, just looking for some solid ground, so I can start to run. I don't wanna be tired, moving so bad. I don't wanna be tired. Feels like it's my time. I don't need your light. Don't you waste your time. Don't you waste your time. Don't you waste your time.
G'day, welcome back on into ESL Challenger League. This is season 49, and we're on to Asia Pacific for the evening. Vishkai and Pilsky here with you. Following on from Oceania, we've got a couple of nice maps there, and now it's time to turn our eyesights further northward. Lynn Vision and the Huns, the classic China and Mongolia matchup that we have become so accustomed to in Asian CS lately.
Yeah, getting through a pretty juicy amount of the season at this point, getting about 7-8 games deep for a lot of these teams. Lynn Vision obviously looking to play their next two, still undefeated, haven't lost a map yet. Tyloo on top, not too surprising to see that result. Huns doing well this season as well. Couple of pretty strong Mongolian teams. I'd say the big question mark that stands out to me for sure is Rare Atom are only 4-4, so I don't know if they've already played some pretty strong teams or not, but that's a bit of a question mark. Also looking for Org, aka GR, who previously actually called for the Asia RMR, not doing too well for themselves so far in the league either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to answer one of your questions there, at least, the Huns did play Rare Atom earlier on, and they actually 2-0'd Rare Atom. One of those maps was a 13-3, another 13-11. So take from that what you will. The other losses they have a map to -72C and a lost map as well to Harisma. So not looking too great for Rare Atom, I have to say. I think they looked honestly quite flat at Extremesland in the loss that they had there. They generally were like kind of okay through the group stage, but once it got into playoffs, it was kind of like, did we really get the Rare Atom that we expected? I think the answer was pretty much no. I've also heard rumors that somebody might be moving on from that team at some point shortly, and it now being Chinese New Year. These are all the reasons why I think you can put together potentially there was maybe a lack of motivation there for Rare Atom in the early stages of this season, but hopefully that's not going to be the case as we come back out of Chinese New Year, which is actually tonight and tomorrow morning. So, obviously happy Chinese New Year for those of you who are sort of following along with that or, celebrating that. But into the business today, Lynn Vision and the Huns. So, already talking about that win from the Huns over Rare Atom, I think that's definitely a good sign. But, they've been playing against a lot of those Eastern Russian teams, and they've been doing generally pretty well against those guys here in ESL Challenger League this season. As far as the results for Lynn Vision so far, I'd say the only notable one that they've really picked up to me would be maybe the win over Chinggis Warriors, but I don't think they've really been tested too hard in this season so far. That, of course, will change as we go on, but I'm kind of liking what we're getting from Lynn Vision. I say that without having actually watched any of their games, so that's one thing I'll put out there. But we've got obviously that old core of Lynn Vision back with Westmoreland, Zach Astari, and Emilia, which I think is really cool. That was the core four, I suppose, of the Lynn Vision roster that was able to do some really, really cool things last year. Obviously, now having lost G, they had to figure out what was going to happen with that AWP situation. Zaka comes in as the AWP now. And then as far as we know, they've added Call Me Sue, who I think some people will recognize. He's a player that is somewhat exciting because he's come through from a bit of a stint over in North America, was playing on Wildcard for a little while, if I remember correctly. At some point, either way, he was playing somewhere in North America and did reasonably well. So I think people are quite excited to see what he's going to be able to do coming into this Lynn Vision roster. And I think so far the results have looked positive. As far as maps, well, we're going towards Dust 2. It's not really much of a surprise, is it, when it comes to Lynn Vision, that they would like to go towards that. We've seen no shortage of domination, really, from Zaka on Dust 2. So can't say I'm too disappointed to be seeing this as the first map for this evening.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Huns has left it in there and let it come down to the last map means that they've got some degree of confidence, I guess. Even Nuke being a probably pretty solid map for Lynn Vision from time to time as well. So, look, I think... I don't know how I feel about them letting that through. The player to watch is going to be Starry tonight. But if I would say if I knew that Dusty was going to be in the pool, I might have put Zaka, to be honest. And to touch on the other change that you talked about, I mean, yeah, I was kind of curious and wondering what they were going to do with who did they have? Who's their fifth again? Why am I having a mental blank on this one? A Fufu. I'm thinking about a Fufu, right? Yeah, they had a Fufu for ages and ages, and then I mean, I've been wondering who would be a good replacement for a Fufu because I don't think he really played amazing on their roster. And you're right, Flying is also out at this point. So, look, this could be a pretty dangerous-looking Lynn Vision, and I'm keen to get my eyes on Call Me Sue and see how he's going to be fitting into this Lynn Vision roster because this could be arguably the best team in China. Zerolti doesn't really seem to think so, though. He started this one off with a bang and got himself a P250 pick top mid all the way down. That is a pretty nice shot, if I do say so myself.
Well, that's why you give him the P250, I guess. We're going to get a 1-for-1 there in middle. Zaka has the worst name I've possibly ever seen. Zaka 11114 or something like that, but that's who it is. Emilia also finding himself a 1-for-1 in middle, which is just not enough at this point for Lynn Vision. You can't keep trading 1-for-1 when you're down a member. So decent start from the Huns so far, 3-on-2. And I'll say Zeralt is also an interesting character. I think he's definitely someone to keep an eye on in this Mongolian region.
2v3. Starry kind of rotating back around, having lost both long control and short. Needs to pick his timings correctly because Call Me Sue is just sitting on Heaton waiting for any contact on B. So Zaka slowly but surely, Starry rather, slowly but surely getting surrounded. But he's made it to the safety of the site. So he can kind of play around some of those site boxes a little bit more and potentially have a chance to multi-frag here.
Starry, he can do coming back into this Lynn Vision roster. At least in the pistol, it's not going to be anything too exciting. That will leave Call Me Sue. I'd say the man of the moment. Has to be the man of the moment now for Lynn Vision because it is a 1v3. Gets his toes spotted there by 9, and it's pretty much an impossible retake here for him. There is just nothing that you can do here that's going to get you a win apart from apparently that. That's pretty nice. Cobra Zera, I can't imagine is going to be letting this one slip. And even if he does, then there's still Wetzel that will, you'd think, lock this one down. So even though it was a nice shot onto 9. Hang on a minute. I can't. What am I watching? Don't tell me he wins this round. There's just no way. Surely.
Nah, it's a
if he does, and this is the first game we watched. Oh my God. He made it interesting at least.
He did. Some really nice shots on the USP there. But Huns do win themselves a pistol, courtesy of a really nice shot being hit by Zeralt from top mid all the way downtown. And a nice little conversion of the 3-on-2. Lynn Vision don't want to let that one go by the wayside, though. A couple of scouts invested in. They have forced up into this second round and are looking to contest Huns early. Huns going straight for that long control. Cobra on the entry with the AK. Couple of players looking to contest him as both a flash and a nade lobbed his way. Sees a couple of CTs scaling out closer to bedroom and opts to just respect it as Huns line themselves up a smoke to Xbox or doors, and will look to take some mid control now.
All right. Starry says hello. I'm back in Lynn Vision, and I want you to know about it. And keep on having a bit of a crack with that scout. Amelia also has one, so it's a little bit dangerous for Huns to be taking a fight like this one. Long range, just giving him the chance, but a lot of these pot shots not connecting. So Huns are not too concerned about things, even though they are down 4 on 5. There'll be a nade into that smoke. It'll open things up. Zeralt not going to see too much, but Cobra Zero will.
A little juggle. Down to 1 HP. Not much more he could really contribute to this round, to be honest. Zaka playing the headshot angle. Amelia low HP. Cobra will go down, but again, that was the 1 HP player. The scout chipping down Barjack a little bit more, but the kills are still going the way of Huns.
Westmelon in with a chance there, but Zeralt once again looks like he's going to be having a nice evening. Call me Sue. Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I haven't
also.
seen much.
I mean, every time he's taken a shot, it's been an insta headshot. This guy looks sharp.
But exactly, I've seen enough. Chinese CS is back. Lynn Vision is
LVG,
back.
best team in Asia. Better than Mongols. 3 rounds
Who's
in.
Mongols? They haven't even played any Counter-Strike this year. They are definitely not the best Asian team of 2025.
I've seen 2 rounds, both of which they've lost, and I'm willing to say Lynn Vision is the best team in the world. Might be an overreaction. Call me crazy.
You know what, though? I'm just thinking, okay, if we're recording a new episode of Geographically Challenged this week, and we want to really do some clickbaiting, we can say the Mongols are not the best Asian team of 2025, which would be true, because they haven't played any games in 2025. But you know me, I love a little bit of clickbait.
No, I think you should do it. You should do it, and then we start
I think we should do it. I think we should. That's how we start the episode.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it to Call Me Sue. Call Me Sue is the best Asian player of 2025 so far. Except Jam Young, maybe. He looks pretty good too.
Oh, Huns. They take that long control, anti-eco, smoke to elevator. This just seems to be the way to go at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah. Starry, once again going to have a crack, but this time will be flanked upon by Cobra Zera. There's really not a whole lot going on here for Lynn Vision, actually. Despite the fact that we've seen a couple of nice shots from Call Me Sue, there really is just nothing else so far. So let's get this one over and done with. Get into the gun rounds.
It's on for the 1v5 here, Jordan.
True.
Okay, unlucky.
Oh, man. If that was a 1 deep right there, like I might have just started. I might have started a Call Me Sue fan club. It would have been called Call Me Daddy.
Oh my lord. You can sue me, but this might be the best Chinese CS player I've ever seen. Call me crazy. Or is that enough?
That is crazy. That is crazy, though.
3-0 for Huns. Lynn Vision finally got the AWP out.
Yep.
And
well, it's funny, isn't it, that we're watching a Lynn Vision game where, like, literally talking about someone whose name is not Zaka.
yeah.
And that's good. That's actually such a good sign for Lynn Vision going into 2025. Like, we completely disregard even what we've seen from Call Me Sue, which, look, it's not a lot. Like, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. At the very least, with this team now, you have Zaka and Starry. So that, in itself, is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the lineup. Even when there was rumors it was dead, that was winning ECL, so now that it's an actual team, could be promising. So far, they haven't really had anything against the Huns so far. Smoke to mid to B. Westmelon under a lot of pressure now, going to drop a whole lot of util to try to keep them at arm's length, and there you go. Call Me Sue continues to deliver the goods.
Yeah, Westmelon doing so as well, and there's Call Me Sue locking it in.
They just 2v5'd them into B. Westmelon and Call Me Sue. He's got a 3. He's got 3. Okay.
This guy's the real deal.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. How long did we watch a Fufu for? Like a year and a half or something? If that was a Fufu there, I reckon he gets 1 and some change We end up in a post
He'll get
plant.
75 damage.
He gets
94
75
and
damage. Yeah, I was being nice
91
actually,
and
but
4
that's
or
really what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, Zaka, you've gotten a little too fancy with it. Okay. Wes Mellon, he's overcooked it. Oh my god.
Call me Sue's here to
Did you
save the
see
day.
that jiggle? Did you see that movement?
I saw it. It's not come together quite the same way just yet.
It's not his fault though. The rest of Lynn Vision was feeding. He was not the problem. Hashtag not the problem this round. I mean, low key they're getting pumped, and Call Me Sue is kind of carrying them right now. So
Yeah.
has Zaka secured the bag and now he's just not, sorry, has Starry secured the bag and now he's just not going to play? Is that what's happening here?
I don't think he secured the bag, for what it's worth. I think it was Ty who secured the bag.
Say, oh,
Ooh,
Tyler
what shot.
always secures the bag. Vessel, he also secured the bag.
Key Glock 33, bro. I think
Oh.
you're talking about Key Glock 33.
Of course, Key Glock 33, one of the best up and comers
that?
in Mongolia.
That's a name. That is a name and a
What
half.
was Omichella's game name? Old Greg 33 or something?
Old Greg. I don't know. Something to do with Greg. Greg King. Greg King.
Greg King, right.
Well, who's coming up with this stuff?
That is a good one, though. Oh, is she need to cross suicide? That's interesting. Didn't really help him too much. Okay, Sue is ready to anchor the site. Oh, look at that. Come on. Come on now. They can't even
It's
get
good.
in.
I'm liking it. Well, going to try and save the day once again, but not going to happen this time. Zaka switched on with the M4.
So do you know, have you got any more info on this guy? Is this a Chinese American or is this a Chinese guy that's gone to America for a bit?
Call me Sue. I don't know for sure, but he has a Chinese flag everywhere that I've seen.
Right.
So I believe it's a Chinese guy that's gone to America. I mean, normally in that situation, it's to study. Obviously, don't know.
Yeah.
But that would be my assumption. If he's gone to the US to study for a year or two and played a bit of CS over there, and now he's back in China for whatever reason. And he's in Lynn Vision, and that's cool. I think that's cool.
Just wait until the Chinese teams start picking up the Face It demons from the Australian queues that are the Chinese exchange students. That's when it's really over.
Oh, hang on. There's a interview from Dust2 US from 10 months ago with Call Me Sue.
Is he talking it? Or is it text?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You watch that?
He's actually got insanely good English. Like Does
he sound
like
Chinese?
he actually
though, or
sounds
does
like
he sound
American. No,
American?
he sounds American.
Interesting.
He sounds American.
The law deepens.
It says he's a Chinese expat that ended up on an Asian team in North America. Huh?
Chinese expat. Right, so he's
Okay,
Chinese.
so this must have been before he was in Wildcard. He is Chinese. I'm looking at a picture of him right now. He's definitely Chinese, but he might be American.
I'm looking at a
Chinese.
picture at him. I'm an expert.
Yeah, I've seen some
a few
Chinese people in my time.
Seen some Chinese people this year, not long ago.
Yeah. So,
can identify
he's
a
obviously
Chinese
in
person.
a Chinese team, so that helps as well.
It says
to put
an
the two and two
expat, so
together.
that implies he's working. Like you'd say student, you wouldn't say expat.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So man's got a real job and he's this good at CS.
I don't know.
This
Either
might be my
way,
new favorite player.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. I'm a fan already, and I've not even. Dude, he has good enough English. We could have him on the podcast. Let's get him on.
All right. We can ask him every fact about his life.
I'll be like, "Who are you, man? Where did you come from? Why are you like the second coming of Jesus to Chinese CS, right? Like first we had Jiamyang, now we have Call Me Sue.
Right.
Why is it Sue?
I don't know.
Why not call me Daddy?
Oh my God, Amelia.
I'll do it.
Let's just start stacking players with female names on the same team. There's actually a team in Pacific right now that has a couple of players like that. Like one of them's called Margaret. He's just a Korean bloke. And Molly's up onto the site. Zaka's picking things apart from Kara's. You want to see Orpa doing great shot from Zeralt, but that's about where it ends for Huns. Lynn Vision are off to the races, mate. The other guys started playing the game. Call Me Sue, he was there right from the beginning, but when the other boys started turning their monitors on, that's when we really started cooking.
Yeah, I love it. Look, I don't know if I have a huge amount of faith in the Huns, to be fair. That'll be one thing I'll sort of caveat this with.
Well, they're having a good season so far, though. And, like, they had a good start to this game.
And I have no doubt that they're going to be good shooters, definitely. But, you know, the Huns has always been that team in whichever iteration they've had that has been a little bit disappointing.
I don't know, bro. It's annoying, isn't it? Because this is still like just a solid team full of Mongolian players, but the fact that they're called, like if they were just not called the Huns, I might even be more excited. But just the fact that they're called the Huns just immediately evokes an emotional response from me.
It's a bad sign, isn't it?
All right. Mongolia, of course, the only region where every team is named after your country's history in one way or another.
Yep. Well,
You can't just call
Zaka.
yourself Mummy's Kittens 1, 2, 3.
Why not?
I mean, not in Mongolia. You gotta honor the history, bro. Ooh, that's a cheeky lineup from Zaka. Put that one in your little lineup book. Oh, there we go. He's doing it again. He's pushed up a dark and just bopped Cobrain lowers. Like 10 seconds into the round. He's actually a loose unit.
He is. But Lynn Vision have always been one of those teams that's had pretty nice, like, cheeky util. If you remember, everyone was freaking out about that right-click flash that Westmelon was throwing in Ancient, in Cave.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's this, you know, this nice little nade lineup that you've just saw there. Stuff like that. I think they're a team that kind of works hard on that kind of thing. Has Zaka just crashed? No. He just stood very still for a second.
No, he's just waiting for Amelia to take contact or waiting for a timing. He's filling it out. Huns, that was a classic Huns moment where they peek first and then flash, and then the flash doesn't really do anything. Yes, come on, 9.
Comms. Not sure that that's going to help him out too much. Zaka, however, has allowed him out long. But the next step. Ooh. It's going to be a good one from 9.
Yeah, winnable now. This will be a 2-on-5, mate. Okay.
Oh.
Key Glock 33.
What you want? They dare to slow things down. But remember, our Lord and Savior, Call Me Sue, is still alive, and it is now a 1v2, which is definitely doable for him.
Look, good effort, Huns, but it's time for Sue.
Oh. Yeah, that nade's left a little bit to be desired. Let's see if Call Me Sue really is a real hero.
Yeah.
That is a pretty unwinnable round, to be fair.
That was unwinnable, but he's still got one. It's an insta headshot as well. It has been a while since I've seen a Chinese player I haven't heard of just start one-tapping everyone. Used to be a much more frequent thing than it is nowadays.
Might be a bit more of a frequent thing for the rest of the world as well. Although I think North America's like too, actually. I remember seeing his name come up a fair bit.
We need like a NA. We need like a NA guy on the podcast. Maybe you should get like Darth Mike or something.
Yeah.
Give us the gossip. Okay, that was a bit like he's already done that the last round. He's pushed up a dark 10 seconds. This guy is absolutely psycho.
So Rolt's swing in middle there as well was kind of crazy. Just farming Zaka. Either way, it is a numbers advantage right now for Huns. So we're saying all these good things about Lynn Vision, but like they're actually not really converting.
Yeah,
and Huns are kind of starting to farm. Let's see what Westmoreland can do. This could still be a winnable round for him, but nice movement and a good shot from 9.
Oh,
And that was a decent attempt from Amelia, but not enough. So 6-4 as the Huns put together another one.
yeah, they're playing very well. Got to give credit where credit's due. Vessel in particular has had a lot of pretty big impact kills. He's having a nice game for himself.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want from the Huns, really.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm getting a better vibe from Huns. I feel like they have a less good, not roster name brand wise on paper, but like, I like it more. Misu just gets dropped. Nice flash over the top. This is a hell of a default. Like, look at all of those flashes. Somehow Melon is still tucked into backside. Finally gets taken out.
Which we'll see from here from Starry. Zaka going to go down as a result of Starry's actions, and there's nothing that he can do about it either. Zeralt is looking very sharp tonight. And he's only 9-8. Like, it's not even a crazy score, but kills that he's getting are like, oh, that's please. There's another one. Nice headshot again. 7-4. The Huns. This might be a really crazy half from them.
This could be a dub on Dust 2. And if you can beat Lynn Vision on Dust 2, that's a thumbs up for me. Because this is like their best map usually. Usually a team lets Dust 2 through the veto against Lynn Vision, and I go, you've lost it. But in this case, Huns, yeah, proven that they can hang, at least for now. It's good to see Zeralt playing well as well. He's had some pretty promising games on Chinggis Warriors. Wanted to low up. Buy is pretty woeful for LVG. If Huns just play their cards right here, Jordan, this should be 8-4 from them.
Might be handing Lynn Vision their first loss of the season, which is not something that I would have predicted. Ollie dig Westmelon out of his position, force him back. Response from Lynn Vision is Amelia maybe having a bit of a look on short, but I don't get the sense that he wants to go too much further forward. There will be a flash through on both sides, but Amelia, unfortunately, it's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Zaka does at least get himself a double. Hang on. 5-7. What? He's got 3. 4. He almost gets 4. There was a headshot there as well into 9. Are you kidding? This game has it all. This is why Aegis is just so much better.
He's pushed upper dark for the 14th time in a row, this time through a smoke. And he's going to drop the bomb in lower dark. 9 receiving the headshot previously. This should be an LVG round against all odds.
Let's not hold our horses just yet, or maybe we should hold our horses because I'm not sure this is over. 28 seconds though. How do you win this duel with 21 HP? Like, it's just impossible. He's going to go for the stealth route. Oh my.
Oh.
He's out. He's out. He's swindled him. 12 seconds. You've got to go sight. You've got to plant. He's got to go.
Oh.
He's got to plant safe. Is he going to get there in time?
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, yes.
He's got it. He's got it. Now he just needs to get the right angle. Sue didn't peek. Oh, instant shot. No chance, buddy.
9.
Come on.
He had a good crack at it, though. You got to give him credit for that. Like I was saying, this is why Asia CS is just better. Like, how much more of a fun game this is to watch than literally any other game of Counter-Strike you've ever seen. I don't know. I'm not even mad. 7-5 is the first half score, though, and it could still go anywhere from here. All right, I don't even know what to make of this game so far, but scoreline is 7-5, so I think it's going to be a fun one this second half. It's been quite an enthusiastic matchup, I'll say, between the Huns and Lynn Vision thus far. We've got a lot to look at. Obviously, Call Me Sue's been pretty exciting. Zaka somehow quietly putting together a 13-10 half. But then on the other side of the coin, the Huns have been looking pretty damn good as well. Zerolt 9 leading the charge there. Now it's Bartak that'll go 1-for-1 up long. And Lynn Vision are not going to slow things down on this offensive of A.
Good flash over the top. 9 trying to play his life on the site while the rest of the boys scale in, starting to take some short control on Elevator, and they just can't dislodge 9. Takes a very long time to do so, and the rest of the CTs are ready to flood on the tap.
Yeah, 3-on-3. Vetzel, aka Key Glock, is going to get himself another double. It's not a Glock, mate. It's a USP. He's going to have to put it to good use there, but it is now down to Zerolt v Westmelon. Jumping headshot with the USP. Come on, let's see it quickly. We've seen everything else on this map. We're not going to get it.
The melon.
It is Westmelon with the Glock. And Lynn Vision will start the second half.
Just shooting nothing but melons. Huge 4K for Lynn Vision there. And yeah, just to continue the Call Me Sue narrative, he has thrown the supportive utility for the team. He's also a team player, Jordan. Good flashes over the top, nice little elevator smoke. Not just a brain dead aimer that pushes up a dark 10 seconds into the round every round. Also a man of the people, a humble utility thrower. He's upper dark crunch from Huns. Lynn Vision are just like not even interested. They're like, cool. Just gonna head out. That's all good with you. Smoke on bedroom, smoke on upper dark. Both extremities taken by the CT side. And LVG, they go, okay, well, maybe let's go take the middle of the map then, I guess. It's gonna force out some rotations. Oh, this is a good rotation from Huns. Smoke to bedroom. Is he gonna throw it? Nope. Wow.
9 only good for 1. And that is going to mean that Starry and the rest of Lynn Vision, bar Amelia, will be able to work their way towards A once again. Smoke for the cross. There's going to be a little bit of retreat from the side from Bartak, and again, good for 1, but that's just not enough right here for the Huns. All this spam. A lot of bullets flying everywhere, but it's not a lot of damage necessarily going down onto Lynn Vision, so be happily able to get this bomb planted in a moment.
Yeah, plant going down. Vessel and Cobra looking to maybe just hold on to the MP9s and armor. Try to do some damage in the next round. Might be a Galil to retrieve from bedroom, but that would be a very sketchy place to be heading. Especially on the long side. So Hun's just going to sensibly hold on to the MP9s. Been a bit of a slow start for Amelia and Starry, so it's good to see Starry getting involved, especially T-side. You definitely want Starry activated. It's a T-side rifler that can just basically win you the game when he's feeling it.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, still very much a winnable game for Lynn Vision. Let's not forget Zaka with the AWP. Can do some dirty things too. So rather unfortunate start for the Huns. Forcing into that last round means obviously not much in this round, and I think that'll be Lynn Vision to take the lead out of the second half, and not sure that the Huns are going to really be able to do too much about that. No, they're going to give it a crack here with those 2 saved MP9s. We've got a waterfall smoke out there for Lynn Vision, getting them out onto long once again.
They got that long control. Just want to use the range advantage of the rifles. Already got the smoke on elevator side. Maybe some car flashes to get up onto the site. Gonna refresh that elevator smoke. There's volley to the small box. There's the flash through from the CTs though. They're trying to send it. There's a lot of chaos. But LVG is still going to defend that one quite well.
Very patiently waited for the opportunity, but wasn't able to take control of it. A couple of missed headshots with the USP is all you're going to get.
No more exits on offer, really. So roll. See if he can even scavenge a rifle or take one more away from Lynn Vision, but not to be the case. And Lynn Vision will take the lead and stabilize their T-side economy quite nicely. 4 rifles brought forward now. Orps out for 9. First CT gun round for Huns here. Got a nice spawn for mid or lower dark or an uppers little angle for 9. Would like to see him go for something interesting. Zach has got the AWP out as well here. He's just going to peek suicide. Straight out long for Lynn Vision though. Bartak actually investing some utility, multiple flashes just to get him out, and it's worked out decently, but just even better trading for Lynn Vision, and with only one player really contesting that. Best you could have hoped for was for him to maybe get 2.
Well, exiting long is Lynn Vision, at least for the moment. Starry with the job of just waiting for this push from Wetzel, but doesn't look like it's going to come. He's no call me Sue. So very patient in the mid-round here from Lynn Vision. And it does look as though their patience is going to be rewarded. Zaka getting 1 on long. The kill onto Zerol. That's going to start to pull the rotations, and Lynn Vision are aware of that possibility, so they're just going to warp their way through that smoke as it fades over towards B. And there are a couple of flashes that have gone into the face of West Melon, but he doesn't care. He's now on the site, and there's no one here.
Flank timing from Vessel. Could be promising. Zachar is pretty far out of the round here, but doesn't really seem like Huns want to go for this one. They just want to hold on to their rifles. So now you keep an eye on Zachar, who could just hand them a secondary AWP here, and indeed he will. Key Glock 33. Going to take him out and grab the AWP. Or could even take a rifle 2 or more away. Although I dare say if Call Me Sue picks that, that's going to be a 1-tap. But he's chosen Mercy this time.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, I need to see a little bit of a fight back here quickly from the Huns. Otherwise, this is going to be over pretty quick. Smart. The way things are going. Once again, a lot of util invested over towards long early on in the piece. Smoke, flash there for Lynn Vision. Obviously, the responding util from the Huns, but what they're not aware of, at least until now, is that the actual push is going towards B. So the decoy has worked out for Lynn Vision, and they get the 1-for-1 in the B bomb side that they need to get the plan, and that may well be the round.
4-on-4 now. Lurk from Zaka on the AWP. He's been pretty passive with it, and he's really reaping the rewards of that. Another leg of the Cobra as well, followed up by a peek from Starry, and the rest of the boys scaling straight out of B. They don't wait for Huns to complete the retake. They just go and get in their face and pick themselves up their 10th round. This T side is just running away with the game for Lynn Vision. Despite a promising start and a couple of good rounds for Huns, they are really starting to slow down now and get pummeled a little bit. And can't help but think this is why you don't let Lynn Vision play this map.
Yeah, it was looking good to begin with for the Huns, but now they are just getting absolutely decimated. 9 tries to play a bit of an enforcer role into the mid doors there, but Zaka already set up and ready and waiting for that push. Here's a great flash over long. Bartak has to look away just as Cormisu will, or rather it was Starry, want to lurk his way out to the blue bin. Bartak can only get himself one, and West Melon, that was a pre-fire. I don't think he even saw Zerol, but he'll take it. Zerol certainly didn't see him. This is getting too easy for Lynn Vision at this point.
Yeah, Vessel trying to get a couple of exits if he can, because that's all the Huns are really getting out of this CT side. Lynn Vision just kind of running circles around them.
Terrorists win.
Could have even realistically been a knife there. Money looking a little sketch for Huns. Going to have to probably half buy here. Which will give Lynn Vision a 12th. What is this, like? They were 5 at the half. So this is 6 in a row on the T side.
It was 7-5 at the half, yeah. Got to pause. You know what? It's been a while since we had a pause. We should have another one.
We've had 2 today. Or 3.
Yeah, but not in Asia. This is the first Asia one. And if you
Asia
remember back
pause
in
is
the
a bit
day
different.
when we did the Zen League, which was the spiritual... What's the spiritual...
okay.
Not predecessor. It's the
I
spiritual
never did,
predecessor to... Okay, here's...
I only did the
Okay,
LAN.
but
I never
here's
did the
for the-
actual regular league.
I know. But here's the UNC status for everyone, okay? For everyone that's watching this right now in 2025 ESL Challenger League, okay? Before ESL Challenger League, there was... Technically, there was ESL Pro League Asia. Before ESL
I was
Pro League
gonna say.
Asia, technically, there was Zen League. You guys probably haven't heard of Zen League, but there was Zen League. There was always a lot of pauses, especially when the Mongolian teams were playing. But we're back in, and already it looks like the Huns are back out. I think they
forced
might be
into
thinking
this
about
one.
map 2 at this stage.
Yeah, trying to go for pharmacists and stuff like that. Just really ain't it. Hasn't worked out well for them at all. I'm pretty excited for this new LVG. And by new LVG, I mean 4 of the same players and anyone but the other guy they had.
Yep.
No offense, but I did watch him for more than like 50 games.
And you loved every second of it. Well, there's not really much to say about this situation.
I have something to say.
Go for it.
So there are 7 maps in the map pool for CS2, correct?
Yep.
And in this video format, you get to ban like what, 3?
Yeah, I think 3 each.
They didn't ban Dust 2 against Lynn Vision.
That is a fumble.
They fumbled before the map started.
Terrorists
I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I'm on board with it.
What if it's Amelia Quack? And
Amelia
he's a
Quack.
duck. He's a duck playing
be-
Counter-Strike.
It
Have
would
you
be
ever
more
thought
like
about that?
Amelia Cack, I would think. But it's actually a face. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be a face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the A's are nose and the Q's the eyes.
Like a crying face?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Especially after getting off to start the round.
Yeah.
That'll make anybody cry.
Yeah. It's like Wes Melanin, Call Me Soup. Best. Oh my god, what an aid. This guy's got an arm on him as well. What can't he do? Oh. What happened to that molly? Got put out by the smoke that was already dissipating. Starry's just been robbed.
Just like Lynn Vision. Either way, Lynn Vision going to make their way up to A. It seemed that both might have caused problems were it not for a nice entry from Westmelon and 9. Oh, he's hitting some shots there, but they're not killing blows, and that unfortunately is going to be a little bit too much for him. Westmelon, almost a fatal error. And it was inevitably. But ultimately, this does look like it's going to be a little bit too much to deal with for Cobra Zera. He's been spotted out there in CT spawn as well. So plan's going to go down. Starry, Zaka looking to lock this one in. 13 and 7. I'll toss a bit of util back and forth, but realistically, with Cobra Zera on 11 HP, all you really have to do here is keep gun out and hit a bullet. So Cobra Zera his way forward. But that's an easy one, and 13 to 7 is indeed going to be the scoreline, as Lynn Vision will take the first map in this matchup against the Huns.
Yeah, slow start, but as soon as they got onto that T side, they just started blasting. Unfortunate for Huns. This will be one of the tougher matchups they'll have in ECL, though. I've got high hopes for Lynn Vision coming back together. They're already a team that has recently won ECL Asia, and look, I'm excited for this new pickup. I'm on the hype train with you until we see enough games to where it feels less hype, because it did slow down a lot. The first few rounds were great, but he was like 7 or 8 and 3, and he ended up like 14-11 or something. So didn't do that much more on the T side, but he was throwing a lot of good util. So
all right, well, I don't really need to listen to your opinion anymore after that one, Pilski. So I'm just going to say let's go to a break, because that was not fitting my narrative, and my narrative is the narrative. So we're going to be back for another map right after this break.
Undefeatable, I'm invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Ooh, ooh. Feel like something new. Here on overload, all my body is for you to hold. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new, yeah. And I never thought that I got me wanted. Never thought that something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a cold one. Never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now. I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My old life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, Faceit.
Welcome back on in. It is map number 2 between Lynn Vision and the Huns, and it's going to be presumably Anubis based on the fly-through, though we'll get there when we get there with the map veto. Did see a pretty comfortable win in the end on map 1, which was Dust 2. That is home ground territory, of course, for Lynn Vision, and honestly, Pilsky, if we end up here on Anubis, which we are going to, it's kind of like the best case scenario, really, for Lynn Vision. Like, if you had to choose 2 maps that really quantified Lynn Vision for you. You know, if I said associate, let's play an association game. I say Lynn Vision. You have to choose maps. Which maps do you choose?
Dust 2, Anubis, Inferno.
There you go.
That's pretty much it. I mean, Ancient, I guess, sometimes. But yeah, mostly Dust 2, Anubis, Inferno, and then maybe Nuke and Ancient. What about you?
I was going to say Dust 2 and Anubis. I think originally, if we would go back a little bit in the timeline for Lynn Vision, it would have been Anubis number 1.
Yeah.
Now I think it's really Dust 2 number 1, and then Anubis is kind of in there still, but it's like maybe hanging on as a legacy pick, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely still up there.
And you're leaving both of those in the veto against them.
Yep.
Pretty questionable, I'm not going to lie. Unless a lot of teams in ECL do, use this league as practice. It's a chance to play the best teams in Asia. Maybe you do want to play them on their best maps because you're pretty confident you're going to win most of your games and go through to playoffs anyway. If that's your approach, then look, respect. This is, close to a scrimmage league. It's a long format where you get to play everyone, the round robin format. So this is like a bit more of a practice environment that is closer to an official, right? So if that's the mentality they have, then great. If they're pretty serious about winning, though, picking the 2 maps that Lynn Vision has looked the best on internationally and gotten very close to beating some of the, even like Na'Vi when they're at their peak on Dust 2, for example. And Anubis was the main map that they were getting upsets over, international teams, top 10 teams in the world, and it's a little bit questionable to go to those exact 2 maps in ECL against them.
Yeah, you definitely have to look at this one with a bit of a question mark. But then again, they got pretty close on Dust 2, so I'll have to give them some credit. And let's just wait and see what we get out of Anubis here as well. Otherwise, beyond the maps discussion, I mean, just talking about, I guess the formation of this Huns roster and Lynn Vision as they stand, as they're both sort of somewhat fresher teams, I guess, coming into 2025. I think there's definitely something there for the Huns, maybe more so than we had seen in the past, but you do still sort of have Bartak and Nine there. Zerolt, Cobra, 2 of the sort of younger players in the scene that we've kind of seen playing a little bit around throughout the last sort of 12, 24 months. And then Wetzel as well has been kicking around a little bit throughout 2024. So I don't mind it. I think it's a nice kind of composition that we've sort of put together here. And I just kind of hope that, again, finally we'll actually get a Huns roster that's like worthy of using that name. And then on the other side of the coin, obviously Lynn Vision, I think we've had a lot of positive things to say about it so far, having only watched the one map, but I think it's looking pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you see a lot of players that show a lot of promise in Asia, like this new Lynn Vision edition, looking pretty good. So even some of the Huns players playing pretty good lately. So I think there's a lot of good teams to kind of keep your eye on in ECL, and it's one of the best things about checking in with some of these guys. As we head into Anubis, Lynn Vision will get the chance to start out on the T side, so I'm hoping Huns could start off well. Look, in the last map, they played one really good half and one kind of shocking half. So if they just can embody that first half energy, then this should be a pretty tight map.
Yeah. Well, let's see how things are going to go. It was the Huns that were able to kind of start things off nicely with the pistol in the last map. And they may be able to do so once again. Wetzel getting that early kill onto Amelia. That's going to allow the Huns to gather a lot of info outside of A. There's not a whole lot happening over there, and they will be aware of that. They'll also be hearing Lynn Vision go for a little jog into CT's spawn. This will be a wraparound in towards A. Bartak did get the info. He took the peek, and he's lost his life as a result of fight in mid. Goes the way of 9, but Lynn Vision get themselves another entry onto the site. So 3-on-3 is where things will stand for the moment. As the bomb is tossed down to the side. It landed up on top of the cake. That's what people were calling it when Anubis first came out. I don't know what they're calling it now, but I have no better way to describe it. It landed on the cake, and so the player had to jump, and he got his head taken off. So a little bit of a mess there in the end from Lynn Vision. And Call Me Sue, the savior of Chinese Counter-Strike, has to do it again, and I think he will not, was what I was going to say.
Yeah, a bit of a ambitious peak dropping down there. Just expected that if he hit him with the crazy movement, that Cobra wouldn't be able to hit the headshot. But Cobra Zero, not too bad of a player coming out of Mongolia for a little while now. And that's a great start for the Huns. Going to get off to the races on this CT side, which is what you need to be seeing here on Anubis. Lynn Vision, no bomb plant for them. They are going to take a save here, but look, both Call Me Sue and Starry feeling confident enough to go for some Deagle purchases here.
Yeah, that was one of the rounds of all time for Lynn Vision. I think one that they'll be happy to forget. Really, for a second, had his hands on a Deagle. But much like everything in life, Pilski, you work so hard, you get so far. But it all didn't even matter. And that was Amelia's round, really, as well. However, there's going to be a purchase from Lynn Vision.
Huns holding onto a lot of MP9s here, so could do something a little quicker. Like pop across a bridge or close setup inside A main, something like that. Looks like it will be a water drop. I like it. Getting a bit more aggressive with some of these SMGs. Now they're kind of trapped in the middle of the map here, and they need to try to get value out of them. LVG with kind of a hands-off approach, waiting for mistakes out of Huns for now.
Not getting them thus far. Util's going to keep them at bay in middle and over towards A long. There's actually a push out on B. Call Me Sue's behind that. They didn't spot him. The flash was great. He couldn't see anything, but it did not check behind them. He'll try to pick the pace up, which is not a bad choice necessarily going into B there. He just wasn't expecting a fourth player. Or a third player. And actually, this is starting to fall apart a little for Lynn Vision. They have to hit their shots. They will. Good trade from Zaka, but still 2v1. Cobra Zero, winnable. Starry's low. To get banged off, and Zaka saves it. Messy round on both sides. But Lynn Vision take the first gun round of the map.
Yeah, I think Huns will be happy with that, though. They got a lot of damage done with those MP9s. So putting Lynn Vision in a position where They're going to have to cut down on util or firepower here or there, and they're also quite resettable heading into this T-side gun round. Westmelon pulling out the MAC-10, which might indicate they're going to do something a little faster. A lot of players heading towards A already. Progression smoke to the front side of E-box. Over on the side of Huns here. They're going to aggress out of B main. Vessel's all on his own here. Gets an early Molotov down to buy some time for some rotations. Nine's kind of already on his way over here, and Bartak with a full belt of utility rotating into A from cams as well.
Entries. That volley is fantastic, and that has thrown a fox among the henhouse. The Huns were just swarming around, trying to figure out what to do, where to go, and that is exactly when the hit came in for Lynn Vision. That is about as good of an entry into the A side as you're going to get. Lynn Vision very happy with that.
MAC-10 could probably get upgraded here as well. Hunt's just going to have to save. Could not take advantage of the damage I did in the round previous. Lynn Vision with some very clean entries into A, not too much pushback from the CT side, and that'll really allow them to start building their economy on the T side here early on. As I said, Westmelon upgrading the MAC-10 to an M4.
Terrorists win.
Love that for Lynn Vision. Bit of an earlier start from Lynn Vision than what we got on the first map. So I wonder if that spells a bit of disaster here for the Huns. Going to scrounge together what they can here for round number 5, but money's definitely a problem now. And straight away, we'll get the instant house smoke as well as the E-box smoke. So a bit of presence from Lynn Vision once again in toward water.
Seems like they might be just trying to bully Vessel here. Bartak's over here as well, straight through the smoke. There's a good enough trade. The MP9 not really getting too much done here for Bartak. He's still got a molly he could have dropped, but he chooses just to re-peek instead, and he's punished heavily for it.
Once again, Lynn Vision really just bullying their way into this A site. 9 going to get the better of Amelia and actually find Zaka as well, so there might still be something left to right in this round. Starry, however, has other ideas, and that is somewhat the star power coming back into Lynn Vision as he swings this round back in their favor. Call me Sue, the other remaining member for Lynn Vision, is going to be calling that rotate over towards B. Seems to be pretty aware of Gerald's position towards long. One plan's gone down. Looks like it's going to be a pretty straightforward one for Lynn Vision here.
Here's the roll. Caught off by the off angle. Easy kill for Sue. 3-2. Money broken for Huns. 3 in a row for Lynn Vision. And that honestly kind of reminds me of how the Dust 2 game went. Huns had a pretty nice start, but Lynn Vision kind of slowly but surely working their way into the game with just a pretty solid looking approach. I think, again, really abusing that A side of the map early on here, Lynn Vision. Huns have had a pretty tough time holding it.
Not going to have much to say in this round. Holding on to the B-side solo, but the Huns try to make some adaptations, sending many of their members over to A, clearing out A long. Now, having a look into carpets as well. They will eventually run into Amelia, but his timing is good, and his shots are as well. He's prepared for another player and get the job done exactly as is asked of him. That leaves just 9 with a pistol. And maybe a flank on a Starry, so maybe he can take an AK somewhere here. But for all that good that's going to do him, as Call Me Sue's already on the lurk. Ooh. Didn't expect that.
Getting a couple exits. Much closer to that alt fund. Can maybe even drop that AK across to Vessel. Help him shore up his util here and there. And just keep things expensive for Lynn Vision. Like I said, they've had a pretty good start to Ancient so far. So the more guns you can take away from them might open you up a little bit of a reset window on the CT side after you put in a couple of hard rounds back to back. 4-2 for LVG though after losing pistol. Really starting to roll on Anubis here.
Terrorists win.
Had a pretty rough day for Bartak. Seen him on the Huns for many, many moons now, and I don't know, I don't really remember the last time I saw like a big map from Bartak, you know?
Yep. I mean, to be fair, he was kind of always that player, right? Like, in whatever team you want to put him in, he's always kind of just been like a middle of the road kind of guy. Never really anything outrageous, never really anything terrible. Just kind of like, he's just there. And I think that was one of the criticisms of his time in some of the previous rosters he was on.
Huns.
I guess when you're in a team like the Huns, you need to be stepping up a little bit more.
Yeah. Especially when Call Me Sue's just dry walking out and taking names, flashes flying up over the top, finally dealt with by Cobra, but that was really only a one-player pressure coming in from LVG with a couple of supporting flashes from Westmelon. LVG waiting for aggression or any kind of response from Huns elsewhere, but not really finding it. Huns looking to solve this A problem by moving the AWP over there. 9's been posted up in A main since the start of the round. They've been really refreshing those smokes. And it looks like Huns are going to be trusting him to hold on to that, and in the meanwhile kind of stacking towards the B side of the map.
Yeah, still sending a bit of util into mid that's trying to draw some of that attention in that direction. You can see Vessel and 9 dumping some of their own counter util there, which is indicating that they're still worried about that position. The rotation is coming through from Vessel. There'll be 3 players here, in a sense, to try and defend this site. Well, as many now that Cobra Zero has gone down, but Bartak has get himself one and still alive. These couple of players, they're desperate for a bomb plant, Lynn Vision, but they're not able to get it down until they clear the site itself. 2-on-2 now, and a flank coming through from 9. Time of the essence for Lynn Vision. The AWP jumbling's out. There's 10 seconds left. Amelia can't win the duel. And Lynn Vision dropped the round. They might have just been, honestly, better off just forcing the plan.
Did take a lot of guns away from Huns, though. So CT economy looking pretty battered and bruised at this point. As does Lynn Vision's money, too, to be honest. 1,900 for them. Good chance for one of these teams to take the lead in the next couple of rounds. AWPs are out for both. Yeah, good buys for both teams here. 9's once again trending towards the A side of the map with the AWP. Didn't really get a chance to get involved last round too much until the mid to late round, really. Doing the 2-man setup, Vessel's kind of just anti-flash off of 9's contact with the AWP. But Lynn Vision are not really making any moves towards A here. It is just a bit more of a default round, them feeling things out. Westmelon is the most aggressive player for the LVG here. He's just posted up outside of E-box for now. Out comes the util to take doors and cams there. 3 mollies thrown in the middle of the map by Lynn Vision and the smoke. Huns replying with their own utility.
Util to try and take E-box, but that's very quickly countered by Zeralt. So Lynn Vision will have to wait a little bit longer in that area of the map. Oh, and the spam timing from Bartak was almost excellent. Westmelon hunting for those entries, as he is wont to do. Sort of a bragging IGL at times. And he gets himself one. But still, the entry's not looking too bad for Lynn Vision, and there is the straw that breaks the camel's back. Starry and Zaka, where they kill a piece, is going to leave 9 alone. And another round is going to go the way of Lynn Vision.
Yeah, just a pretty simple one, right? Like, they just defaulted across the map, not really giving Huns too much information about what the play is. Just waiting for the first 40 seconds, and then it's a lot of mid-pressure with the utility and denying info. Molly's onto house and doors, as well as into cams. Deep smoke down middle kind of makes it look like it might be some kind of B split or taking mid and feeling things out. And then they just hit a B exit. Keep things simple. Jiggle from 9. Going to drop a molly for safety to try and hold on to the AWP here. LVG will have to respect that. Will Huns buy up around this? Can rifle drops a roll. Cobra can get a rifle. Bartak can buy. Vessel will have to go down to an MP9. So they can't scrap a buy to get it here, but I don't know how much I like these kind of buys, right? When you haven't fully built up that loss bonus just yet, and also Lynn Vision is not even resettable anyway. Even if you did win with this kind of mixed buy.
Well, that's unfortunate for Zaka, but equally as unfortunate, maybe even more so for Amelia. Unable to trade. Starry's up there on bridge. So is Call Me Sue. They're looking to see if they can maybe bring anything back, but no angle presenting itself now. Westmelon's going to follow suit with the bomb. Almost gets clipped off there by Cobra Zera. Nearly entering onto the A site, and they're not getting them. A bit of a fumble, honestly, from those Lynn Vision players. Now leaves Westmelon alone. He goes back through the smoke in the middle to his death. A bit more aggression from Huns in that round, and it paid off.
Yeah, Cobra just running it straight down through the middle of the map. Great awareness, multi-fragging well. Gets that first pick, preempts the player at Rugs, preempts the player at Stairs. He knows exactly where all of LVG are going to be, and he's ready for them. And then really good movement from Vessel over on that A side of the map, using the stairs in the elevation and just jiggling around, making himself hard to hit. Really allowed him to be able to hold a little bit better there and multi-frag against the Vision. So a couple of the riflers on Huns stepping up, and now the pace change coming in here from LVG. Feel like they're going to go for a B pop here. Well, they're starting to fall away. Really felt like they were going to go for a B execute there, but it seems like they're slowing things down first. Taking their time.
Good start. And once again, you know, you kind of have to look at this first half and say, obviously, we're talking a lot about Lynn Vision, and I think the general sentiment is that it is trending positively for Lynn Vision. But if Huns get 5, which is not an unreasonable expectation given the way this round is going, you kind of have to give them a little bit of credit. Like, it's not been a bad half at all. I mean, from the Huns' perspective, even though it has been a bit back and forth.
They've had one bad half, which was the second half of Dust 2, but the rest of the game so far tonight, they've been very competitive.
That is going to help for sure. Get
Great
things set up quite nicely. Call Me Sue. Still run amok, but we brought down the heel by Bartak. And for Westmelon, not much of a chance with the Tech 9 at a range like that one. So 5-5. The Huns get themselves another one.
Force Lynn Vision on the save too. This is what I was talking about, chipping in that economy damage slowly but surely. Taking enough rifles away from Lynn Vision to finally reset them. This is where Huns forget about just 5. Like, this should be a pretty easy anti-eco into a fully kitted buy. With AKs, maybe even a double AWP on round 12. 7-5 is a very real possibility for Huns. And then they'll be moving on to the T side, so... You can criticize the veto. They've been, like we said, pretty competitive tonight. But at the end of the day, you know, ECL is, did you get your best of 1 wins or not? And didn't get it on Dust 2 yet. A 1-1 would still not be too bad for the Huns tonight.
I mean, I think a 1-1 against Lynn Vision is something that most teams would be happy to take if given the opportunity. Let's find out. Joel's going to nade open his smoke. Doesn't really see too much. Vision are attempting to get in there. Going to get the bomb plant down. Probably not going to be able to do too much more with the round, but plants a bomb plant. So don't be too mad about things. Amelia finished off pretty comfortably. The Huns get 6. So again, I think, you know, if we're looking at this from the Huns' perspective, we're probably pretty happy with proceedings. And now, I actually think you have to put the onus onto Lynn Vision and say you almost need to win this round, otherwise that was a pretty bad half.
Yeah. Could say that. Bomb plant will help them out a lot. They would be a little drier on the util side of things if they didn't get into B there and get a plant. Cobra. Has he gone for an AWP here? No. Oh, yeah, he has. He's juggling it. So he has a rifle for backup on the rotation, but they are going double AWP here, Huns. I like that. A lot of AKs as well. LVG progression smokes into B. I think they are going to commit to the B pop out of the progression smoke here this time. Beautiful from Cobra. Breaks the smoke. Easy first pick.
Amelia. Yeah, Amelia's been on the receiving end of a few of those AWP shots in this half, but they are into B. Should be able to get a bomb plant down here and can play out that 3-4. And frankly, these are the three guys you'd probably want to have alive. Zakastari and based on what we're seeing so far tonight, Call Me Sue might be the sort of three pivotal players in this roster from a fragging perspective. Zaka unable to get that bomb plant down as a result of the molly, and the Huns have got a really good idea that this is going to be B, but there you go, Starry just activates and so does Zaka, and that is why these guys are the danger men. And now it's just Bartak in the blink of an eye. A 4v3 has turned into a 1v3. The round and the half are more or less going to be over. Starry, I think, lining up Zaka for a swing here at some point, and they're going to hear the steps, and it's not even going to come down to those two because Call Me Sue wants his piece of the pie as well. 6-6 at the half.
I load my bags and hit the road. I'm headed to LA. I'm headed on my way. I'm headed on my way to LA. Headed on my way soon. Couple thousand miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. To remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah. Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb. Tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down. I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Jumping back into the second half, and the scoreline pretty tied up, 6 apiece. Obviously, the Huns have gotten their CT side out of the way, so you could argue that They have a slight advantage heading into the second half. But if matches in Asia are anything to go by, in a traditional sense, I wouldn't really read too much into it.
See if Huns can get their 1-1 for tonight against one of the better teams in the round robin. Have to get through Starry first, and Starry is the one who wants to get through them. Nice trade coming out. Actually, a double from Vessel is really going to help Huns start to get a foothold in the site now.
That's going to go down as well. 3-on-4 for the retake here. Lynn Vision are not going to be feeling too good about that one. Flash is going out into B main. And Amelia really just going fishing through that smoke. Is not going to find anything. Not going to get any nibbles, which is to be expected. So double up down in E-box. Double up at main. And that is not a good one for Lynn Vision. There's just almost no way that they can break that kind of a setup. A good flash as well coming through, making an almost impossible situation actually impossible for Amelia. As that time it ticks away. And it will be a pistol round on the board for the Huns once again.
Terrorists win.
Full save going to have to come out for Lynn Vision. And Huns have a really good chance to pick up Anubis here, which would be a big thumbs up, right? Playing up against Lynn Vision on this map. Still got plenty of rounds between then and now, but like this kind of start on the T side, they can keep their economy nice and strong. Nice, not even buying anything. This is the bonus round that you really don't see very much, or the money man you really don't see very much in CS, to be honest. More popular this kind of approach in the cartoon shooter, to be honest. Just get one bloke with a pistol and either send him in for info or recycle a rifle.
Very reserved on the behalf of the Huns. Really taking their time clearing out long. It's going to be a contact play. Lynn Vision have their forces deployed in the wrong position. It is only Westmelon here to hold A for the moment. Obviously, a rotation can come quickly, but there's a lot of util that Lynn Vision's going to have to get through. Maybe not. Not a huge amount of it getting thrown, but yeah, straight into the meat grinder as expected. And that'll pretty much be that. 9 with the Lego Glock. That is definitely a top tier skin.
For
in
sure.
my opinion. Don't have one. But that's cool.
Sorry, has not really found anything with this Deke.
Were you a bit of a Lego kid?
Only when I went on holiday and there wasn't like a computer around, you know?
Right.
Like if I went to the beach house, I was up in those Legos, you know? Like maybe an alternate reality me that grew up in the country instead of growing up in the city was like a fiend for the Legos. But
yeah.
Instead
I was a fiend for the Lego. I had a lot of Lego.
So I was a fiend for the StarCraft Brood War and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
Bit of a nerd.
That makes sense. That's why you're such an elite gamer.
Thanks, man. I'm not Call Me Sue, but I'm alright.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can both agree on that.
Never be him. 8-6 for Huns. Lots of rifle across the board here. Should be a pretty nice looking bonus round for them. Dangerous. The LVG for sure. A lot of progression smokes across the map, and Huns going to go for a beat pop. Does catch Westmelon blind. What an entry. Double entry in the blink of an eye. LVG probably just already got a save. That's the perfect timing. Like, that is exactly what you want to do with a pop play. You build up all of this kind of conditioning with these progression smokes and info denial kind of tricks that these teams use on the T side, and then every now and again you just hit them with a pop play like that, and it's just a freebie.
It's really just down to a perfect timing, isn't it, on the behalf of the Huns? Because you just watch it from Westmelon's POV. He had no conceivable idea necessarily that was going to happen. He hadn't seen anybody. Yeah, there were some flashes and util getting tossed, but he sort of strafed back into the site just as the Huns players crossed the angle where there was a gap in the smoke in main. So he didn't see them then. And at that point, it was probably already too late because the rest of the guys had already come up through E-box. The flashes were coming over the top. So rough one for Lynn Vision. Didn't really get much of a chance in that round. And 9's going to take away even another gun. So 9-6. And this is definitely starting to look like a winnable map now for the Huns.
Envision going to save around a couple of rifles they've managed to save. Just pistols. But totally agree with you. Huns in a great position now. 4+ K on all of these players on the T side. You can see Lynn Vision just trying to get these hero rifles active. They need to find any kind of impact if they're going to win this round. Smoke gets cleared and they don't see Sue hiding on the outside of the bridge. Can this man go huge again? Beautiful. Oh, that's just such a good bait setup. That's perfection for Lynn Vision.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when you hit some absolutely banger shots like that as well, and even Amelia's getting involved. So just when it looks like it might be the Huns start to come ahead in really any point in this series in some significant kind of a way, Lynn Vision pulls it back a step. 9 does get Call Me Sue. But you have to wonder if the damage has already been done. Now, the only thing I'll say here is that these fights are actually quite isolated. So, Lynn Vision, if they could have gotten Starry there as he crossed, brought it back to a 3-on-2. I think at that point it starts to become a very winnable round. But even here, 4v2, doesn't look impossible.
Bomb has been planted.
It'll be a nice smoke, but I just wonder if it's going to keep Huns a little preoccupied elsewhere. Luckily, turnaround from 9, but he'll only get himself one, and now the flank from Cam's coming through. Cobra's there, he can't win it anymore. Yeah, there was a way, but there wasn't a will, unfortunately, for the Huns, and that is Lynn Vision coming back a step.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Vision now putting their foot back in the door in a round that they didn't really have that many expectations into, but that's why you just save a couple of rifles on some of these players, especially when you got personnel like Lynn Vision too. Some of these guys can just go huge for you and win you a round that you didn't really have too much business winning. The good news for Huns though is they do have the money to be able to recover from that. And again, you just see how much util is invested early on from both teams really, but Huns in particular. Progression smoke, backside of A main. Nice spam from Zerol. Gets them an opening kill. They're going to creep through the bridge smoke off the back of that.
Starry has spotted them out. Smoke will be a little too deep though. He's already got players that he has to deal with, and he's getting some assisting util and shots even from Westmelon. That has just about saved Starry's life. He is quite low. It will reroute the Huns. And Zaka is lurking and awaiting. Vessel making that scary push up canals, but he looks like he's got his timing right. Zaka's had another look. Vessel's made a step though, and now there's going to be problems. Information is definitely given. USP's out. Zaka gets himself into a bit of a twist there, and he gives up his life, but Lynn Vision have rotated across. Not that that's going to matter. 2 quick kills, and the Huns are going to double digits.
Getting back straight away. Unless Amelia has something to say about it. Very winnable for him. See him trying to burst Bartak down. There will be a quick enough trade. And you're right, Huns on double digits now, and the money for Lynn Vision's kind of in a weird state of affairs. Zaka gonna glass cannon and drop over a rifle to try to even things up a little bit more. Starry's still got 2.5. And instead of getting the rifle drop from Amelia, so that multiple players have access to them, they are going to double AWP into this one and allow Westmelon to wield a 5-7 instead. So The Orb's not really something that Huns have had to contest too much so far against the CT side. See if that catches them off guard a little bit, and indeed, straight away, Nine's already lost that pick. Would have been hard to read the CT money there as well, to be honest. Like, you're not really sure if Lynn Vision even have money for an Orb, because the money kind of got weird after that round where they had the 2 rifles, right? So on the T side here, you wouldn't really know whether there would even be an Orb, let alone 2.
Well, they've still got enough to make a nice hit on the A side happen. A couple of smokes, a bunch of mollies. You know, flashes for the hit as well if they want it, but setup is indicating that there's not going to be much use here. It's going to be more of a contact play than anything else. Now it all starts to ensue, and that's a couple of nice entries, but Amelia's missed shot might actually be enough to allow Huns in. 2-on-1 now for Starry. Aggressive plan from Zerol, open plan, but he's going to get away with it. Starry not in a position to deny it. And the molly, oh, it didn't quite go deep enough. Starry's got 2, no way. The Huns thought heaven was going to be clear because of the molly. But there was just a little gap that Starry kind of got in front of, and Lynn Vision are going to get themselves an 8th.
Sorry, just scavenging whatever you usually can at the end of the round there, as well as a pistol. Bomb plant, plus the money built up though for Huns is going to allow them to put together a really nice looking buy. Lynn Vision, on the other hand, it feels like they've kind of been scraping the scraps together here. 1900 loss bonus for both teams. This could be the round that wins or loses you the game. For Lynn Vision in particular, they have a lot less room to work with. If Huns can reset the CT money here right here, right now, that'll be probably 12 for them post anti-eco, which is going to really give them a good shot at winning this best of 1, which would be really promising, I think, for Huns.
Oh, just a hurry. Just gonna get out of dodge. Get a bit of info as well. No damage off that nade. It just bounced off the pillar. But Huns are going to try that pop off the B once again, and this time Lynn Vision are much more prepared. Wes Mellon not going to go down, and certainly not going to go down without swinging. He does get himself 2. 9 and Vessel somewhat salvaging it, but there's too much work needing to be done. And Lynn Vision are making a late resurgence back into the map.
It's the round that they needed to win, and did it pretty confidently. 4 sear from 9. Just going for the hero AK. Wants to keep the damage and the pressure on Lynn Vision. Got a nade stack as well coming out for Huns here. Let's see what they have planned. Could be a house nade, kind of like Mirage Window-esque. There it is. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
close enough.
it. That's it. I told you. Triple naded him in mid. That's an AK
Catch
for
Amelia.
Cobra. Oh, yo, look at Cobra's score.
Yeah,
11,
Nine's
11,
got an
11.
AK
You
as
get to
well.
make an extra wish.
Why is it 11, 11, 11?
Because he's got 11 assists, 11 kills, 11 deaths. What a gamer. Yeah,
How
that's...
do you know he's got 11? Oh, you saw it down the bottom. I was looking on the right.
Oh, he's got 12.
But either
now.
way, this round has kind of just like disappeared.
Yeah.
Vision, they did all the hard work to get this back to a winnable kind of a scoreline, but just gonna let a cheeky round slip, and that makes the job even harder once again.
It was brilliance from Huns. So the triple nade on mid was meant to go through the mid smoke on bridge, but didn't even end up seeing one. So but they're able to secure the kills with the nades regardless, and then the hero AK of 9 gets a pick, and you're off to the races.
They are indeed off to the races. But still not there yet. And we're looking for 13, and it honestly, it has been tough going on this T side for the Huns.
Terrorists.
Not prepared to call it done and dusted just yet. It is going to be a punishing blow to the economy of Lynn Vision, though, isn't it? They're putting something together. But a lost round right here for Lynn Vision is a lost game. They have no money, and they've got 1,900 lost bonus. So it really does come down to this round.
Pressure on mid. Gonna push Kormisu off the line. Looking like Huns want to kick off an A split, but Westmelon gets in front of it, gets ahead of it, and really is just disrupting Huns before they can even get this rolling.
Well, 4-on-4, they're not going to be too mad about, but Zach is about to do something here. Maybe he's not, maybe not fast enough. It doesn't matter. Kormisu gets 2, and he's still alive. He might get more. Nine will shut that down. Zach up into that Molotov. He wanted to push the issue in through cams. It would have been the right play to make at that point in time, but didn't get the chance to. Now the Huns have a bomb plant. They have a 2-on-2. They've got cams smoked and mollied off, and got main mollied off, or smoked off as well. So by rights, as this time ticks away, this is starting to look more and more and more likely that it will go the way of the Huns. Zaka and Starry could have thought about saving their weapons. There's going to be a flash over the top. It's a good one. It's up to Starry here, really. He needs an entry, and he needs it now, but he's not going to get it. They've run out of time, surely. Smoke's down on the bomb.
He's on it.
They're going to give it a crack. Starry is on that defuse. 9.
What?
He's going to get the nade into the smoke. It's enough to get the kill. Are you kidding me? The Huns have won the round.
What the hell am I watching, bro?
Asian CS at its finest.
Oh my god. Lynn Vision are broke. 2k apiece. This should be the Huns' game on a silver platter, boys. And they've really earned this one. Vessel and 9 have definitely been the standouts tonight. Like, these two guys have played pretty great on both maps. For Huns. Especially Vessel, that's promising to see. I remember seeing him on one of the lower tier teams. Maybe like the IHC. Was it IHC? I think it was. So yeah, I mean, like, there's just so many like tier 2, even like 2.5 Mongolian teams that you can like pick these riflers up from, and they could turn out to be pretty legit after a little bit of development. And I think this is just another guy where, like, if you're having this good of a series against Lynn Vision, that pretty much proves you can hang at the top level in Asia, right?
Yeah. Sorry, it would have been probably Clutch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually didn't sound right.
I remember seeing him in Kintsugi as well. A couple years ago. Yeah, he's been around a little bit. Not in any of those top teams, but sort of floating around that, like, tier 2 space in Mongolia, I guess, is fair to say.
Two-man setup for LVG here. Sue's got a flash ready to go over the top. Envision just waiting to pull the trigger. This gets demolished.
Well, that is not going to work out at all. Vessel, the player that we've been speaking about, is presumably going to have gotten the job done there for the Huns. They need just the one more, and really all that stands between them and the win here is now Kormisu with the MP9. Westmelon is starting to come across. There's flashes flying over the top. They haven't really affected those CTs, but the Huns are waiting for that smoke to fade, and oh, it's gotten a little bit messy, but held onto by Zerolt. Westmelon's going to push his way forward. There is still time here for the Huns. They're not under a huge amount of time pressure just yet, but you've seen some cracks showing. And if Starry does something, if Starry does Starry things, maybe there's still a world. Can he deny this bomb plant? Well, yes, the answer is he's going to be able to do so. Nine's going to peek as well. I told you, he's going to do Starry things, and he's just not quite gotten it done in the end. Oh, it was such a good effort from Starry, but the Huns win the map. That is 13 on the board, and that is also the first loss of this season of ESL Challenger League for Lynn Vision.
Yeah, respect to Huns tonight. Like, out of 3 out of 4 halves, they played very well. The second half of Dust 2, they got absolutely slammed by Lynn Vision's T-side, but the rest of the halves, they legitimately looked like they were very competitive, if not better than Lynn Vision. A lot of times where the individuals definitely stepped up for Huns. Very impressed by Vessel tonight. 9 playing very well too. Always been a pretty stable AWPer in Mongolia. Sometimes it can be a little bit underwhelming, but he did his job and also a little bit extra tonight. And Huns playing with some very good structure. Starry was our player to watch. Did okay for himself. I think I was more kind of focused and zoned in on Call Me Sue tonight, though. And he had a good start to Dust 2 and a couple of good rounds. But I think the jury's still up for now about how solid he's going to be in Lynn Vision. I'm excited, though.
Yeah, I think there was enough positive signs for me to call that, at least on paper, a pretty good move. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to eventuate, in the long term throughout 2025, and whether or not Suki's going to still be involved in this Lynn Vision project as well. As far as I understand, it was something like of a 6-man team. At least that was what was stated at one point. I read somewhere, but I don't know whether that's the truth. Obviously, it's hard to get any concrete information sometimes out of the Chinese teams. But there we have our updated standings, and it's interesting to note Lynn Vision and Tyloo both up the top there with an equal scoreline of 7-1. So pretty good start to the season for both of these two Chinese teams, who I think had, it's fair to say, a pretty disappointing 2024, a pretty tumultuous 2024.
Yeah.
But hopefully a little bit of a rebuild for both of them in 2025. And then you've got Rare Atom through there as well, that I think were probably the best team from China toward the end of 2024, not necessarily starting 2025 so well. So, yeah, jury's out on how that's going to look towards the top end of China. But again, it's sort of a wait-and-see type period here through the first, few months, obviously, of the year as things start to kind of get underway. But, yeah, looking pretty good early on in the piece. So, looking forward to it. That, however, is another night of ESL Challenger League done and dusted. We do hope you have enjoyed, and of course, we'll be back again with more action throughout the week. So make sure you tune back in. Of course, Oceania is out there as well. We'd love you to go ahead and check that one out too. But that's all from us tonight, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, Faceit.
Days gone, I won't waste another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, not asleep or awake, I won't let the future escape. Take me back to you. Just shake the ground. Oh, this lightness, it will fill the air around.